that mean for you now? Frustrated having an in-game situation. I know Devin without Devin, he's talking about being that option for the ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think throughout the season we've kind of been developing that role more and more. And I feel like I've been getting a lot better at it and working at it. And, so I just think throughout the game, all the games this season, kind of earning the right to have the ball at the end of the game and proving that I can make plays with the ball, make good decisions. But it's really cool that coach has the confidence to put the ball in my hands. And last game it was, when we were talking about it, it was really either me or Colin. It was very matchup dependent, but yeah, I mean, it's a cool thing.
Was that a pass?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I actually haven't seen the play, but I'm pretty sure his man stepped up. Like I was about to get to the floater, and I saw his man step up, so it was kind of an emergency. Just like I'm pretty sure he'll be able to get it, but I didn't have like a good sense of where he was when I threw the pass. So, but I mean, good reaction time on his part to figure it out because it was a bit of a wild play.
One of the things, obviously, when you're building a team, the camaraderie comes in, people get to know each other and bond. Then when you make a deal, it's like, okay, you're moving this way, but you still think about the guys that are moving. I'm just curious when you're looking at the deal that was made, right? And Dick, guys you probably got to know, but now that they're what's that feeling like?
Yeah. I mean, now that I'm in year 8, you kind of get a little bit used to it, but those guys were great teammates. They were a great part of our team. Like their energy, work ethic, like their attitude in practice, attitude towards the group, even when they're not playing, was awesome this year. Like they didn't take away from what we were doing. They didn't, bring any of the guys down by sulking or being sad that they weren't playing. Like they were really good for us, really good in practice, and helpful for the team in the sense they played. So I'll miss those guys. They're really good teammates.
Going off of Dwayne's point, I mean, it is year 8 for you, but how do you not let the uncertainty of this time of year sort of get to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, like, worrying about it for a week doesn't really matter, doesn't make a difference. I've had years where I wasn't worried about it at all and get traded, and, I've actually never been traded in the middle of the season, so there's been a bunch of years where my name was up there and I haven't gotten traded, so it's just not worth worrying about. It's just like you kind of deal with it if it happens. If not, just kind of let it be.
Grayson, when you're getting downhill with the ball now, how have you seen your reads getting easier, whether it's with your spacing or something different that maybe coach is doing?
Well, I think with the movement off the ball, makes it easier because it's more just about making a play and starting an action. Like when I'm driving the ball, I'm not necessarily thinking that I have to get a shot up or have to score. Like it's more trying to make a play for our offense and then making reads off of 2 feet, like with our movement. Like if I have a shot, it's there. With our movement, most likely someone else is going to be open, and if they're not wide open for a shot, I'm going to have a window for a kick to find an outlet, so you're never really getting stuck in a place where you don't have a read to make. So I think that's a helpful part of our offense. And then for me individually, just like we've watched a ton of film on, when to go up off 1 and try to get the quick finish, when to go up off 2 and play a little bit more controlled, when to get the pivots, when to go all the way, the lob, get to the rim or shoot floaters. Like a lot of it has just been reads, and it's easier to see in film, but actually doing it throughout the season has made those reads a lot easier, and I feel a lot more comfortable like making the right decision when I get into the middle of the paint.
And I would say you're one of the few in the league that has mastered that step through, whether it's on the perimeter or you have it in the paint too when you kind of get stuck. Just what goes into mastering that area?
I mean, a lot of it is just being creative. Like I've always just tried random stuff just for fun, and I mean half of it I'll never do, but I feel like doing that stuff in practice just kind of puts it in your mind that these options are available, and every now and then you just need to get a little creative to make a play.
When you look at tonight's game, obviously no Steph, no Jimmy, Trey Kaminga. When you look at their roster, the star power wasn't there. But how do you not play it in your mind when you're playing an opponent? You guys have goals and objectives.
Yeah.
You want to win, but that still has to be. Is that even mental in your framework when you look at those guys?
I mean, it makes it a much different scout, but they're going to play really fast. The guys that are going to play really hard. They're going to crash the boards, get out in transition, get up a lot of threes, and any team that does that and plays hard and does it for a full game it's not an easy team to beat. So we have to be very disciplined in a lot of things we do tonight.
And what goes into making like Oso, or like with Oso, what goes into the screen? I mean, it seems like that is even leveled up from last year. And then when you're playing with them, just that chase action that him and Colin have, just like what kind of goes into his screen?
Well, when he's the screener, a lot of it is like his pace into the screens, and then having the physicality to be able to set and hold the screen and get a good screen. Like he's kind of unique in that aspect where he's fast and strong, so he can do both. Like he can arrive at the screen alone, where the guy who's guarding him is usually disconnected, and then he has the strength to hold it, and that creates that little pocket for most of the time it's Colin, but a lot of the guards to get those threes off in the pocket. But he's also really good with the ball, and a lot of times we use him like a point guard, so he's good at making those reads when he needs to pitch it early, when to hold it, like looking for back doors. So he has, like, when he has the ball in his hands, he has like the IQ of a guard at the center position, which is really unique. So a lot of times we can just hit and play through to him and kind of relieve some of the pressure if the other team is up in the guards.
When you talk about the other side of the trade with Nigel and Nick going out, and with Cole Anthony coming in, the sort of creation, the offensive initiation that he brings, what does that do to transform this team?
I mean, I think both those guys are going to be good pieces, and they'll add to what we have going. And I think we have a really good thing going with this group. So those guys coming in just uplift it a little bit more.
Grayson, looking forward to tonight. I know there are certain people who think that this is a rivalry. Is there any sort of built-up tension heading into facing the Warriors tonight?
I don't think so. I haven't looked at any of the games that way.
With guys like Draymond, who are always, on the media talking, is there any sort of like game plan heading in to face those guys?
No. I mean, not his talking or anything else doesn't really factor into it. Like, it's just he's been a really good basketball player for a long time in this league, and he's a winner. So he's a smart player. So that's what when we talk about going into the game, that's what we go through.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.